Z-Fam Mama, and today I'm going to take you on a little action going on in the other room. We're actually going back in time with my daughter to like 1900s, 1800s, right? The Oregon Trail, and they're actually doing a simulation. It's a 12-day curriculum, and each day they go and they buy things, how much would it cost if you bought this and that and the other, and then if you have to pay a tour guide, how much is that? So it incorporates math and geography and the history of how times were back in the day. And so one of the things is like in this book, you can see like when they travel through, oh, I just knocked that off, Nevada. It gives some information about it. And so each day, a couple days, I guess I'll stay in one spot, but they're just traveling from Nebraska all the way out to California. And then we're going to end up going to actually where they will end up is called, help remind me, Bernhardt Museum. So they'll end up in Auburn at the end of the 12 days, and then we're going to take her to the actual museum. So let's go take a peek on what's happening right now.
R. N-E-B. Letter B, then R. A. S-K-A.
So Anna, I'm just doing a little shot here, a video of what you're doing the Oregon Trail. I was talking about how you started in Nebraska?
No. Well, her family's from South Carolina, and they traveled to Independence, Missouri. She's got a journal here. She's documenting all of it.
And how was this journal put together? We took regular, what do you call it?
Binder paper.
Binder paper.
College ruled, wide ruled, whatever you want to do. And my mom and I actually did this a year or so ago, I think.
Yeah.
And we put it in coffee, like a mix of Dollar Tree coffee beans, and let it soak. And it comes up with these kind of raggedy, torn pages. And then you just pick them up, you crumple them, maybe tear an edge, maybe burn an edge if you want. And then they're hole punch because it's binder paper. And you just tie a cute little string around it. And you've got an old-fashioned journal here.
And can you show me the inside of
Absolutely.
what you're...
So she has my Oregon Trail journey here. And in the front we have...
Money.
This is her money flap for the Oregon Trail.
Money.
Let's just show what the money is. It's not real money.
No.
My Oregon Trail money. Here we go.
And she starts out with $100 at the beginning.
And I'm at 65.
She's at 65. She spends money on things. She buys things.
Just toy money.
Can she earn money? Or is it just...
I don't know yet. We're still going through the journey. She might. I don't
But
think so,
at
though.
this
I think
point,
it's
the curriculum...
spending money. Are you going to buy things?
So budgeting is what this is going through. Okay, great.
$100 going to get you to Oregon. Or will you die? Which happens on the Oregon Trail. And she knows that.
Oh, we have to be really smart.
Here's a story I wrote, and you can write one. Little secret here is you base it off of your kid. So, it says, "Hi, I'm Cassidy. I'm 9 years old, have brown hair, brown eyes, and I'm kind of smallish." Well,
let's see. Do you have brown hair, brown eyes, and are you kind of smallish? I'd say so.
So I wrote this story, just kind of give a history background, Industrial Revolution, pushing them to the Oregon Trail, gave a little fun thing, and it starts her journey to travel to Bernhardt.
Awesome.
So then we have an old-fashioned map, and I'm sure you can find these on the internet. This is what the country used to look like during the Oregon Trail days, right? And then, if you lift it up, it's what it looks like now. So every time we move a spot, she draws the line to the next dot on the map, and then she flips to the old map and would draw it there. So she's seeing how it was on the Oregon Trail versus how it is now.
You out, girl. Excellent.
And then we have this one that shows the rivers and the mountains, because you'll see in a PowerPoint, they show you you're going to cross a river or a mountain. So here she goes, and you go, oh, that's the dot I'm at, there are the mountains. So it's another map.
Excellent.
Then she's got an arithmetic page. So she started with 100. She spent 25. She's at 75. Keeps track of the math. Another way to incorporate math in here. Here was her day 1 journal entry. Day 2. So we start with the stop number we're at, the date, and where we're stopping. And then she writes a journal entry based on whatever the PowerPoint projects for her. Then there's a game where she has to make the right decision. She gets plus or minus points. And at the end of the Oregon Trail, depending on her score, it'll say how well she did on the Oregon Trail. And she keeps track of the money. So every day she has points, money, and a journal entry, and she signs off, "Love, Cassidy."
Oh, nice.
And I even gave her a little cheat sheet so she always knows. You just line it up with the papers. You write stop, month, location, answer questions, the game answers, points, money. So she just models it every
Hold
day.
that up so the angle's bad on that, just so I can show them.
So every day it lines up with the paper. So it makes it easier for her. You don't have to be over their shoulder showing them where to write it.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
So today, Grace, or Cassidy, we're stopping in Nebraska, and we are at Courthouse Rock. So this is a nice little PowerPoint I find. It gives a little synopsis of where they're at, everything like that, and then it gives them a prompt to write in.
Do you remember where you found this at?
This was on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I just went in, 3rd grade, PowerPoint. I paid nothing for this one. This one was free, which was really nice. It's great when you can find free things. And then this one right here was $2, but it's well worth it. So this is the questions. Scotts Bluff. And then gives her a problem. As you reach the Platte River, you pass a high cliff. You stop for the night, but there is no wood to burn. What do you do? Now, previously to her, me asking her this, I would have taught her about, buffalo chips and how they would survive in the wood. And we have this book, If You Traveled West in a Covered Wagon. These books right here, they're by Scholastic. If you blah, 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 are incredible. They bring it right down to their level. They have question, answers, illustrations, and it's simple and it teaches the kids wonderfully. So we have that. So I would teach her about it. So by the time she comes to answer these questions, she has knowledge to use. So they have choice A, choice B, choice C, and then she makes her choice with what she knows. And then she finds out. She gets plus 5 points with the first. If she chose B, she gets -3. If she chose C, she gets -5. And so then that would be the point she'd write down at the end. And this was $2, but it's awesome because it gives them problem solving and makes them feel like they're actually on the Oregon Trail.
Do they
making
start out
decisions.
with points on this one, or is it just all added up at the end?
This is at the very beginning. It said, "Do you want to pay for a travel guide?" And that was plus 5 points if you did. Okay, and then so it just starts off here
Okay.
at 0,
So-
and at the end of the game, we'll see how well she did.
Excellent.
So that's what we have for that. And then, obviously, we want to incorporate maps. So we have this we can check out and look at. And what I like to do is I have this encyclopedia of the presidents. I think we found it at a Goodwill or a library or something like that. And it goes through the presidents and their time. So, we're leaving, it's May 10th, 18 something. So we go in the book, find who was president at that time, and they have information regarding everything. So I flag things about the Oregon Trail that they had in here, and I'll read them to her. It just gives, really encompassing the whole experience. Who was your president as you were traveling? Who did you find out? And this is really fun. She's obsessed with mazes and puzzles and stuff. So we have this United States maze craze, and they also have a world maze craze. And as you go through, it's got a little maze that they can do, but it has really big famous things, their state bird, their state flower. And so along with the Oregon Trail, it talks about, you get to see new flowers and new birds. So I have her write down. She has Nebraska with her right now. Who is the state bird in Nebraska?
State bird in Nebraska was Western Meadowlark.
The Western Meadowlark. So it said, as you were traveling through Nebraska, you saw the Western Meadowlark, something you had never seen before because you were a city girl. So all these fun things, and it teaches her nowadays stuff, like, that's the corn dog capital or whatever. Fun. And then we have packets for every day that I've set up, maps. I have the mazes ready to go. I've got extracurricular things that I pulled from other notebooks, things from her actual textbook that go with it. And we have symbols and puzzles and all these things that help just make it a whole round compass. So if she goes across the plain, well, now she gets to pair it up. It's like a little matchup. Same thing with symbols and landmarks. We have a CD to play. We got music going on in the background, the president's cards, fun things like that. Living history, having fun, and just trying to really get her into the mode of you're Cassidy and you're loving it and you're going all the way to Bernhardt.
And what was the year you're doing? I started at the beginning and I said 1900s, and I said, wait, I think it's 18.
Yeah, 1800s, right when the Oregon Trail started. We actually have this timeline here, and so I had her mark, and it's got the Oregon Trail, 1812 to 1861. So she's going here, we're going to go all the way to the Gold Rush, and we're going to talk about how in California, since we live here, we've got the Gold Rush, we got a little book on it. And so there's just all these different things to incorporate her traveling to Bernhardt, which was where we're going to end up. And in her story, I have her dad in the story I wrote corresponds with the man who runs Bernhardt. So by the time we get there, it should be really fun.
And it is a 12-day process right now that we've got.
I have this sheet here, and it's got, this is our living history.
Hold it against you. There you
Okay,
go.
sorry. And so day 1, we start in Independence, Missouri, and then I have different things that I'm going to add in. Day 2, Kansas branch, and then the SB here, this is the guessing game. So I went down and I wrote down all the things. So slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. And so whatever they had on this slide, it pretty much corresponds with the other PowerPoint, which we can put in the link below, these two. And every day it just goes right through, and I have all the resources and everything.
Oh, great. I think that's good.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you can add and do what you want, but I think she's enjoying it, right, Cassidy?
Cassie, are you liking this trip?
Yes.
And where are you at today?
I'm at,
What state are you in?
I'm in Nebraska.
Nebraska. Well,
And I forgot, this is pretty cool. I go and show her images on, Google Images. I type in Scotts Bluff, all that. And at the end of the day, she gets to draw a picture of what she in her mind believes it would have looked like, plus what she sees now. So here, yesterday we went to a fort. So she picked up supplies. We made a list, it's still on the board actually, a list of things she was going to pick up. She wrote them down in her journal, and then her brother developed a cough, so she bought medicine, but she drew her a picture of her in a toy store buying him a teddy bear. So it's just a neat way to go through, and
nice.
I really love doing it with her. She's a fabulous student. And oops. And I remember doing Apple Valley School when I was in school, and I just thought, like, how can I do it for her? We don't have a class, or public school. I don't have a class. It's just Grace, but this has turned out to be really, really fun, really hands-on, really easy. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for this.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below for more videos,
Yeah.
and we'll see you soon.